Hey there guys, I'm Tori, you're not, and we're going to be doing horror movie tiny trivia. There's 80 questions in this box, this bad boy. I'll save it up till we have a few people watching, because there's only 80 questions, and after that I'll just have to do another again. LMAO, Josh, how you doing? Hope you're well. We have some horror badness here waiting for everyone. If you like this sort of thing, please do follow. That'll be really good. Internet sensations and all that stuff. Here we go. Hello, yes. How you doing? Hope you're well. Dominic, welcome back. We're going to be playing some trivia. Tonight, of course, we'll be playing the massive Wordscapes game that the channel's mainly known for. Rix, how you doing? Thank you so much, guys. If we can share this out, that we can get a few people answering questions. Basically, these are just like question and answer cards, but I thought they were really cool. I like the little coffin. I very much like that. I think it's really cool. Matthew, how are you? Hope you're well. Share this out, guys. Follow the channel. Yeet, yeet. How you doing, guys? Hope you're well. Gucci Queen, how are you? You guys are looking fantastic today. Not as good as my friends here on camera. Far better than the old bloke in the back with the grey hair and the beard, though. So well done. Well done, you. So, guys, the idea is we answer questions and just have a little bit of fun with trivia and share our love of horror movies. I watch a lot of them. I review them too. You can see that on my TikTok. And, yeah, I like it. It takes a lot to scare me nowadays, though. But bit of trivia. Looking forward to it. Thanks, Rix. I think that's awesome. You guys are awesome. I can see a lot of people joining now, jumping in and out. And I really do hope that you can share and also have a little bit of fun with all this. Hey, Cobbs, how are you? Haley Trotter, how are you? Isabella, thank you for joining. All right, guys, let's just get this underway. Dom, how you doing? This is going to be a lot of fun. And Yellow Movies, hello. So basically the idea is the question will be there. I'll be able to see the answer. You won't be able to because that's the whole point of trivia. And we can talk about the answers and just have a bit of fun with it. Cute little cards here. I've already opened them up and I've shuffled them once so as they wouldn't be too much of a pain in the ass for you guys. I'm doing really well, thank you. Had a really productive day. We've played trivia games and just generally had lots of fun. It's a very simple sort of card. There's only 80 questions in there. But I just thought, well, that's a nice, fast-paced little stream. You guys can get behind it, support it, and if you want to see more, please follow. I spent quite a lot of money today buying trivia cards, so I sincerely hope that you do enjoy them. Okay, so what I'll simply be doing is it will be you listening to me because essentially I don't want you to be able to read the answer, and if I turn the card, you'll read the answer. So I'm going to be moving the question card out of sight, and I'll simply ask you what the question is there. Our first question, guys, is who plays the biologist Lena in Annihilation? So who plays biologist Lena in Annihilation? What do you think? I'll start giving clues. I know there's a little bit of lag here between me asking and you getting it, but I would love for you guys to have a crack at actually getting the question right yourself. She is a well-known actress. When you do hear her name, you're probably going to kick yourself a little bit. Alrighty. So, guys, first letter is N for the actress. N. Fraser, well done. Natalie Portman is indeed the correct answer. Guys, thank you so much for taking part in this. Let's try to, and by the way, Fraser, I am not saying this about you, dude. I would suggest, by the way, it looks as though you've got a Lego person, so you're now in my good books. Try to refrain from Googling, because that's going to take away some of the fun. Alrighty, absolutely, Fraser, you got that right. Congratulations on being the first correct answer. Let's check this second question here. Oh, shivers. Okay. This one should be straightforward. Are you ready? What device do Katie and Micah use to record their life in Paranormal Activity? Pretty straightforward one. I do love this movie. I especially did love the alternate ending of it as well. It was pretty damn cool in my opinion. Don't forget, guys, if you are having fun, please follow. Ungod, yeah, look, I'll take that. It does come up as video camera, but camcorder is absolutely correct. Thank you so very much. Well done, guys. That's awesome. Dun dun dun. All right. This is really cool. I do like it. You guys are amazing. Please do share this out if you've got a quick second, just whilst I get the next card ready. That would mean the world to me. Okay, I actually did not know this one. Are you ready? Peter Mullen plays Gordon, the owner of an asbestos removal company, in which movie? This is a tough one. If you guys have seen this movie afterwards, I would absolutely love to know what your thoughts are on it. I will tell you eventually. Not just now, but eventually I will. If you do want to see an absolutely amazing horror movie, one that I watched recently, I really, really liked it. It was called The Dark and the Wicked. It's very good. It's well worth watching. It actually gave me the creeps, and as I said, I still get jump scares, but the actual scary part, like where you're left all shook, that doesn't happen anymore. Peter Mullen played Gordon, the owner of an asbestos removal company, in which movie? Rix, thank you. At least you're honest. All right, guys. First letter of the movie is an S. And the last part of the movie title is just the number 9. I have never heard of this, and I thought I was pretty well schooled in this stuff, and I don't even know the answer. So, horror movie fans, please school me on this one, and then tell me, is it any good? All right, gang, 10-second countdown here. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Just simply we need to get on with this because 80 questions. You ready? Near enough is close enough. The movie is called Session 9. I've never seen this one. So if you guys have, please do let me know if it's worth me checking it out, that I can review it and share it with other people. If it's still available, I don't like streaming horror. I like buying it and owning it. And I've got a fairly decent collection. All right, guys, you're doing so very well. Thank you for sharing. I do appreciate that. And that will absolutely help us get more players in. I have got a stack load of trivia questions. These are the horror ones. I've got nerd ones. I've got gaming ones. I've got Harry Potter. I've, of course, got Trivial Pursuit. I just thought this would be a nice chance for us to talk as well as, play the game. Alrighty, guys. Now, hopefully you know this because this is wonderful. Sharon Marie, thank you so very much for following. Who played Tracy Mills in the movie Seven? Come on, guys. Oh, really, Captain? Well, yeah, look, my TikTok does do it. That's me. It's just me doing it. It's like under 3 minutes to fit in with TikTok, and I post them to YouTube as well, but it's still the same video for the most part. Myself and a friend do ghost hunting. The full videos are on our YouTube, and otherwise you can get the really stripped down version. Come on, guys. This is a major movie. I wouldn't consider it a horror, though. It is a thriller. The movie Seven. Who played Tracy Mills? 10 toes and no hose. Fair enough. You got that right. It is Gwyneth Paltrow. And what a freaking fantastic, gut-churning movie. Morgan Freeman, Brad Pitt. Wow. That is a wow moment. And that movie's end is utterly visceral. All right, guys. You're all beautiful. I'm loving this. Oh, shit. What power does Alex Browning have in the movie Final Destination? What power does Alex Browning have in the movie Final Destination? Yeah, such a good movie. Thanks, guys, for joining. Please follow if you haven't already. You are all sexy beasts. And if you can share that out too. And thank you. I saw someone gift before. I do appreciate it. Fraser, absolutely. Clairvoyance is correct as well, Ungod. They have just put on the card, he can see the future. You've both got that 100% correct, so thank you so very much. That is effing wicked. I love it. Yeah, look, myself and my friend Ash watched the whole lot recently, and it was good. I liked it. It was solid the whole way through. It had the feelings of a bit of a teen horror series, but the jokes and the gore were fantastic, and the way it flipped and twisted and turned back in on itself was a really good feat of storytelling. In which movie can a child named Cole Sear see the dead? Cole Sear can see the dead. Come on, guys, type your responses down below. Chucky is a effing savage. 10 toes. You got it right again. Well done. 6 cents. That is such a banger of a movie. And, I that was a masterpiece of storytelling, that movie, and I honestly don't believe most people who go, oh, I think that I knew it straight away. No, you didn't. It was really well done. Hey, Louisa, how are you? Flex Anime, thank you so very much. You guys are rocking. Let's get on to the next one, guys. Hope you're all having fun. Looks as though you are. The crowd is staying, which makes me feel good. Holy shivers. What is the name of the serial killer being hunted by Jack Crawford in Red Dragon? Now, you got to think Red Dragon, that's part of the Hannibal Lecter series. So think about your Hannibal Lecters, okay? What is the name or the nickname of the serial killer? More people are joining. Thank you so much, Louisa. Scary story, but we actually don't know how these dolls ended up here. They just showed up one day. One day. Come on, guys, you've had enough time to Google it and cheat now. What is the name of the serial killer being hunted by Jack Crawford in Red Dragon? Red Dragon is part of the Hannibal Lecter series, guys. We're going to go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My mum could be, but otherwise known as the Tooth Fairy. Thanks, Scarlett's Happy Cat. Love it. Alrighty. Look, is this going to be about horror movies? Well, it bloody well says horror movies, all right? Don't tell me that my $12 was badly spent. All right, I don't care. These are good questions. I like them. Are you ready? All right, here's a horror question for you then. All right? In the movie Hellraiser, what does Frank Cotton buy from a dealer in Morocco? Come on, guys. We've got Pinhead. I only recently watched this movie for the very first time. It was a lot of fun. It hasn't aged well, but by goodness, Pinhead is still an amazing some of the answers you guys are giving. You've written the box. It has to be more specific, I'm sorry. It is a box. What sort? Al Honey Parker got it right. A puzzle box. Well done. That movie, it was good. I've still got to watch the rest of them. In which year was Silence of the Lambs released? And I'll tell you right now, it was in the 1990s. And yes, I do agree. Silence of the Lambs, in my opinion, is a thriller, not a horror series. And thank you for roughly just hitting random Bush Retreat. Thank you so much. You smashed it. 1991. Well done, guys. I can see a few of you pumping them all out. That was awesome. Alrighty. Did you see the answer? I just fucked up. Who played Seth Brundle in The Fly in 1986? Now, this guy's been in everything, so let's see. Who played Seth Brundle in The Fly? You guys are doing awesome. And Anna, you rock hardcore. Jeff Goldblum, I can see that a lot of you wanted to do that one there. And I do think that you're all magnificent and particularly brainy. Why are all these horror movies from the Stone Age, Jackson? Well, I don't know. Probably a lot of these will be even before some of you were born. Bad luck! Okay. I didn't make this card set. All right, something a bit more recent. When do the bloodthirsty creatures from Pitch Black come out to feed? Thanks for the roses. Maybe I should yell more often, you gorgeous little critter. I can see MRDHYAPS. Thank you so much for the gifts. Well done, guys. At night. Train to Busan. Are you trying to get on my good books? Because I actually reviewed that on my TikTok. You'll see it there. And in my opinion, hey Tabby, in my opinion, Train to Busan would probably be one of the best horror zombie movies ever made, in my opinion. I really, really love it. Thank you so much for the gifts. Really do appreciate it. Next question. Oh, this is a cool old school one. All right, how many rules does Billy Peltzer break with his new pet Gizmo in Gremlins? Yeah, that's awesome, Anna. I'm so glad. Hi, Malachi. That's a really nice name. Jackson, you take out the cake. You were first, followed up by Murray pretty quickly. Monstrous dolls. Yeah, they showed up just one night, one after the other, with earth all over them. 3 rules, and that's how you got the Gremlins to appear. Yeah, it was. It was longer than 20 years ago. All right, guys, you should all know this one. Recently brought back to life, Stephen King classic. What is the name of the clown in the movie It? It's also a punk band. Woof. Okay, you guys are rocking it. The Captain and Bush Retreat and 10 Toes. No, his O's. We're writing it down first. The rest of you came in second. You're still answering accurately, and you are just beautiful. Why does Freddy's face look so detailed? I have no information about these, other than they're never in the same position when I wake up. Wow. Okay, guys, are you ready? This was recently, shit, I can't even tell you because it's the answer. Who is the silent killer devoid of personality in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Yay, 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 yay. Anna, well done. Leatherface. The most recent movie is Leatherface, where they do try to give a backstory to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And look, it's a good movie. The movie's, I think, that I've only seen one of the ones back in the day. The rest I've still got to rewatch. But it is a good movie. I did thoroughly enjoy it. And, yeah, Leatherface. Scariest movie I've ever watched. That is a really good question. Okay, so a movie that I had the worst reaction to, and you can feel free to laugh or to mock, because I was a lot younger and I do not know why I had this negative reaction to it. I watched the movie White Noise, the original one, and it's one where they get EVPs and stuff like that. And it's funny now, like I go out looking for EVPs in graves and stuff like that. But yeah, that movie got me into a panic. As I walked past things in the house, I was just waiting for them to turn on. But yeah, it is fucking crazy in that I now actually look for that stuff. 301 of you looking at the moment. Thank you so very much. Razorback, look, I would love to share some of the movie reviews I do with you, so I do encourage you to have a look at the TikTok itself, and we'll do this a lot more. Even when these questions are done, maybe we can just talk about horror movies together if you'd love to do that with me, because I know I would. Okay, there's so many horror movies that I have watched that I think are friggin' clever. In terms of recent ones that made me feel uneasy, absolutely, The Dark and the Wicked made me feel uneasy. Mavin Narrate, thank you so very much. You are too. Let's get on to another question. And I do appreciate the compliment. Okay, so this could apply to more movies, and we'll get into that. What makes the zombies in 28 Days Later so scary? I actually have not seen Camp Fear. One of the first horror movies I ever watched was The Shining, and when I was 9 years old, I'm now 48, I read The Shining, and I shit myself. It was so scary. Murray, thank you so very much. Flex Anime, yeah, they're dead. The Rage is the good point, because technically this is incorrect. Those creatures in that one are not zombies as such. They are infected and they are filled with rage. And if you do watch it, they don't eat. Anna, thank you so very much. Yeah, they look sick because they're infected. You guys are utterly beautiful. Wolf Creek 2, Scarlet, I haven't seen. Thank you, Skull Candy. I do agree, mate. They are not zombies. That is just what is on the book. I guess they made it easier. If you want to see kick-ass running zombies, look at Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead remake. That thing is fucking beautiful. It's shot perfectly. You know, it's got Zack Snyder's storytelling, and it just generally kicks ass. It really does continue on the legacy of Romero and just bring it into the modern era. It's scary as mofo. Shaun of the Dead. It's funny you say that. Shaun of the Dead, you'll see a lot of the adventures I do with my friend Ash, who is pretty much my son, but he's also one of my best friends. That's what brought us together, Shaun of the Dead, a shared love of that movie. And 16 years later, we're still mates. Alrighty. So, next movie. In which US state was Night of the Living Dead set? Yeah, I agree with that summary about the Chucky series. Like I said, though, Zoe, wow. Wow, you guys are asking such good questions. Al Honey, you got it correct. It is Pennsylvania. Let's quickly address some of these. I mean, this conversation is more interesting and your questions are better than some of these questions. You know what I'm saying. Let's have a look here. So Ash isn't here, but he's here. He can hear us. Are you moderating or are you just laying there? Sorry? Oh, he's on the PlayStation. Ash and I pride ourselves on watching utter shit. Okay? So in terms of some of the most shittiest horror movies I've seen, some of the more recent TikToks that I've done, I do address them. But one of the worst ones I did see, guys, was The Resort. It is so bad. It's not even so bad it's good. It's absolutely shithouse. Can I touch them? Yes, I can. They're all there. It feels really greasy when I do it. But basically, so that was terrible. The Aquarium of the Dead was terrible. I haven't watched Midsummer. I've heard good things. So, Cap, I will do that. Noah, I don't like to go into the story of the dolls. Let's just say I've got an agreement at the moment that they are staying put. And I don't really want to go into that too much. Scarlett, thank you. I will look at Wolf Creek 2. I did see that. As you can see, it is going a little bit crazy. I have watched The Walking Dead. I'm not up to date with it. I think it hit a particular point where it just started recycling. And my thoughts about the movie Mama, I didn't mind it. It wasn't horror. It was certainly just a thriller. The fact that she takes intoxicated youths back to her home and it's got this weird pedo vibe, but it's not just because she wants to get her kill on. I don't mind it. I thought it was good. But basically, yeah, that was my thoughts on that. I've seen Mama twice. And the fact that it came out from Blumhouse, I thought that its pedigree would be a lot better. But it wasn't too bad. If you do want to see some indie fucking classics, guys, and there's only 38 of you now, but I really hope you do see them. Give me 2 seconds, Stranger Things. Basically, my thoughts on other classics that I do want you to try. They're independent. They are so bad that they're good. One is called The Sofa, and it's literally about a sofa, a recliner, that is possessed by Satan and has got a chair. So the chair opens up, it waddles around on the footrest, and it devours the inhabitants of the home overnight. It's done by a New Zealand film crew and actors. It's bloody terrible. It's so bad it's good. Another great one was also The Shed. And it was something, the catch cry was something like, "You'll be dead if you go into the shed." And oh my God, I was like, the continuity in that is just so shit. It's like this kid lures a vampire into the shed and then basically drags people in order for them to also be eaten by the vampire in the shed. And there's this scene where someone's near the front door. The vampire punches through the door. It shatters to shithouse. And then in the very next shot, it's perfectly symmetrically cut in a triangle. And then the grandpa gets eaten. His blood pisses out underneath the door, all over the kid's shoes. And in the very next shot, there's no blood on the ground. And the kid's shoes are absolutely spotless. Amazing stuff. Thoughts on the Saw franchise? Thank you so much for following. Thoughts on the Saw franchise? I like them. And that the first one was take your breath away. I did not see the ending happening the way it did. It truly blew me away. The production value was amazing. Everything to that was very good. I'm a fan of the Saw series. I don't like gore porn, and I do think it became gore porn later on. And I do prefer a horror movie story that has an actual story to it. Gore, as I was saying, I loved Hostel 1. Hostel 2 became gore porn, and I did not watch the rest of it. I don't mind the gore, that's fine, but let it have a place and a reason for being there, rather than just seeing how fucked up special effects have gotten in the last 30 years. Conjuring 2, I liked. I did also like Conjuring 3, but it did not hold a candle to the prior two. I think that the team really got off track. I think that their type of horror, with demonic possession in particular, does stand up really well in small enclosed spaces. I do like Rob Zombie flicks, absolutely, because there was story to it, except for the final one that Rob put out for Netflix. That thing is garbage. But yeah, the Conjuring stories, especially convinced that they're on, based on the stories of Ed and Lorraine Warren. I'm sure they did other stuff that was kick-ass, and I love the feeling of claustrophobia, like we're stuck in here with this horrific thing that's going to get us. So this was a really cool franchise. Look, the third one is still good. It's still solid. And if you do actually look up the real footage of the real people involved, it's really messed up. I said really a lot. Hey, Ray. And, basically they were a really good series, but with the whole open up, and I like the fact that in the past we saw, like, from Ed and Lorraine's viewpoint, and that made it more believable. I do believe this stuff happened. I am a believer. I do love horror movies, though, for the sake of horror and fun and scares. But basically, I do feel that this movie, once it took the viewpoint of the witch or the devil worshipper who summoned the demon, my belief in Ed and Lorraine was broken, because all of a sudden we're seeing the viewpoint of someone who ultimately is sucked up by a devil at the end of it, and they show all these previous things that happened when it's just bullshit. We don't know. So Conjuring 3 is good for just a little bit of a horror movie, a little bit of fun, but when you're into it like I am, and, I believe the Warrens experienced that stuff, then it became bullshit for me. There you go. Alrighty, I'm going to do another trivia question. You guys are asking such great stories. We should do this more often. Become best of friends, because Ash and I watch a shitload of horror. Okay. In The Exorcist, Reagan has scars on her stomach that spell which words? I'll repeat it. In The Exorcist, Reagan has scars on her stomach that spell out which words? You guys are awesome. Please keep following. Thank you so much for the gifting that's taken place. What's on her guts, guys? I know you're there, so type it. Please don't say that, hot cows, because I am a little bit worried about that myself. Katrina, if they said chicken, that would be amazing, because then I would say fucking chicken. James, thanks so much for trying to usurp my stream. But you've also got to say the right name, because trust me, look at him looking at you. You just called him chunky, and he's covered with cuts and stitches. No, you guys are fucking it up. Come on. What's the answer? Come on, horror fans. You can do it. I love how you tried to jump the moderator by leaving a space. Thanks, Wolf. No, let's leave him with Chunky. I'm not going to call him Chunky. Thanks, guys, for knowing the names of the dolls. That's awesome. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reagan has scars on her stomach that spell out the words, "Help me!" All right. Now you'll all go, oh, shit, I knew that. Unless you've only seen the Exorcist TV series, which I quite enjoyed anyhow. Reagan does make an appearance in that as an adult, and her kid is getting all fucked up. Crystal, if you did say that, then you're just even... Oh, look at you guys all saying it. Thank you so much. I love this. No, I'm not going to scroll up. This is my stream. Okay, next question. Alrighty. Oh, wow. What does her daughter... I hope you guys know this one. It's pretty full on. What does her daughter do that makes Rose take her to Silent Hill in search of answers? You never said that. That's from my moderator. Chucky in Spanish. Anna, well done. Sleepwalking is the correct answer. You rock and roll. You've been winning quite a few of these. What's another movie that we've seen recently? Oh, if you want to see something messed up, I'll just put it in front of the camera here. If you guys have seen that, that's a messed up movie. Once again, is it horrific? There are horrific moments in it, but it's actually, there's nothing supernatural. I tend to think of horror as pretty much I tend to think of it more as supernatural. I know it's not, but this was a good, messed up story. Hey, Jim, how you doing? Thank you for following. I need to watch Midsummer, I know. The French movie Raw, I have not seen it. And that is brilliant, Dark Passenger. I love that a lot. So, yeah, we watch a lot of horror movies. And as I said, we do seek out the bad ones too. One of the ones, look, Supernatural is a good show. It is very much, yes, I've seen all the Saw movies. Pretty much Supernatural I take as teen horror. It would be maybe a good entry to people a little bit scared to watch the truly fucked up stuff. So that is something to get into. If you're wanting to watch its supernatural elements but still have it a bit cute, the Scream series is pretty cool. Like teen slasher movies are generally very safe to be watching for beginner horror movies. Generally, most of these movies do involve like young and pretty people who show up at a place and then something decides to smash them. Anna, thank you for the rose. I do appreciate it. Jay, I agree and disagree with that, mate. I don't find horror boring at all, but I need a story, and even if that story doesn't terrify me, if it's a good story, it's still a good story, and I can still appreciate the horrific element, even if I'm not scared by it. And I think I stopped being scared by it a long time ago. I do think that some people, the Conjuring universe, in terms of seeing bits and pieces that are creepy, then being able to cope with it, they do mix it up very, very well there. Insidious is a fantastic horror movie starring Ethan Hawke, and it kicks off immediately, and it just goes crazy from that point forward. There are holes in the story in terms of practicality and what would someone actually do, but if you want a little bit more scary movie, try Insidious. That'll be a good one. Insidious 2 wasn't too bad as well. If you want just fun horror, Final Destination series. The Conjuring universe is good. The Outside movies, some of them are good and some not so good. For example, I found The Weeping Woman to be a little bit, wasn't scary. Had a couple of good jump scares. I still get jump scared all the time, but in terms of it being horrific, I think it's a sad story, but horror, nah, not so much. The Nun for me, even though Valak is a really cool character, I did find that I wasn't scared. Ironically, the only scare I got from that entire movie was a jump scare when Valak was swooping in toward the camera, and then all of a sudden from another alley, it's about nuns, by the way, Valak's coming forward toward you like, wow, but then all of a sudden a nun comes in from the side, and the nun scared me more than Valak coming toward the camera. Have I seen Japanese horror? Yes, Anna, I have, and I love it. I have not seen The Midnight Meat Train. It does look like one that would interest me, though when I read the back of it, once again, it looked like it was more gore than story, and so I've been putting it off. Sorry?
You've seen that?
No, I haven't.
We watched it together.
Ash says that we watched it together. It really left an impact, and it's something that I've remembered for fucking ever. Fuck me. Sorry, guys, it's horror, so I hope you can handle bad words and good times. Maybe some rock and roll. Anna, going back to that, yes, I love Japanese horror. I think the Japanese are messed in the head, and I love the way they do their horror. Some standouts would be Dark Water, which was then done English. The Eye was fantastic as well. Ringu 1, Ringu 2 was good, and Ju-on 1, Ju-on 2 were also amazing. You will know them as the Grudge and the Ring series, but the Japanese do them shitloads better. Though I will give credit to the Grudge, the American Grudge. I did think it was very good, and I also did like the fact that in the movie, you may not know this, but in the movie they used all the original Japanese actors to reprise their roles, which I thought was damn cool. And the chick from Buffy was the main character from memory. What's her name? Sarah Michelle Gellar? Mm-hmm. I don't know why she's got a middle name. I've got one too. But, hi, I'm Tori Adam. Anyhow, that wasn't a fart. That was my chair. Korean horror. I have not been lucky enough. And that is because I've got ignorance of what they're doing. I've seen a lot of the stuff that's on Netflix recently. I have seen, obviously, the... Anna, you have just made me realise something. The Peninsula will be out now. Far out.
And I think you'll find Train to Busan is Korean.
Yeah, Train to Busan is Korean as well.
There you have.
So I've seen one that I loved. The Host, though I don't count that to be horror, it's a monster movie. But yeah, The Peninsula will be out. Shit. And I've got a copy of it just sitting there, but freaking lockdown, I won't... Anyhow, I work in retail and I won't be able to access it at my staff pricing. Did I watch Train to Busan? The Small Buns asked. Yes, absolutely I did. Train to Busan, as I said before, and I'm not being sarcastic, in my opinion, is one of the best zombie movies I've ever seen. I think it was wonderful. Ash put me onto it. I've watched it at least 5 or 6 times since then. And every single damn time I am watching it and I'm going, holy shit, this is amazing. Are you ready? I'm going to ask you a question. Who plays Francis in The Last House on the Left? Francis on The Last House on the Left. I can hear you. Is that my creamy soda?
No.
Is that my almost every other flavour?
Yes.
Cool.
The only thing in there that's mine should be creamy soda, the LA.
The what?
The LA Max.
Okay.
And that's probably it.
I just wasn't sure if the Agram was mine or yours. All right, guys, I went away thirsty. Aaron Paul, well done. Yes, also, I do agree about subtitles and people cracking the shits about them. They miss out on so much good shit. I'm a big fan of Asian cinema. I've got a truckload of movies in that genre also. And you guys are beautiful. Ouija, or Ouija. Look, I recently just watched Ouija House. And it was a bit weird. But it was a bit poorly done too, to be honest with you. But I haven't seen In the Tall Grass. I need someone somewhere, somehow, to be making a list of this shit that I can have a look for it and then I watch it and report back.
Yeah, friendly.
Sorry?
I said, yeah, friendly.
Yeah, the person who's laying nearby, if only. Oh my God, I have seen The Visit. The Visit's awesome. Guys, I forgot that movie. If you haven't seen The Visit, I don't even know if I own it or if we streamed it. That's a messed up movie. Well done. Thank you. Hello from the Netherlands. How you doing? Appreciate you saying that, Dewey. I don't know what Agram is, but it's nice. Thank you for the rose. I appreciate that. Oh, guys. Can someone please make a note of these movies for me? Yeah, I prefer not to talk about the dolls. I'm sorry, it's just one of those things. They're a bit off topic. Did I like A Quiet Place? Yes, I did. I think that was a masterclass in storytelling by a very young and inexperienced director. You see him as Jim from The Office, and all of a sudden he pulls a masterpiece out like that and then follows it up with another great movie. It's beautiful. A Quiet Place is utterly stunning. I have seen it in Atmos. I am Australian. Those two are not related. I'm sure Atmos is everywhere. Amityville Horror is good, and the Ryan Reynolds remake is very good as well. So, yeah, total thumbs up on that one. Quiet Place 2, absolutely. And I have bought it I saw it at the cinema, and I bought a hard copy as well. Best Dracula, in my opinion. Well, straight up, you've got to say there's plenty of great vampire movies, but the best Dracula would still have to be Bela Lugosi.
TV show was actually pretty good.
And Ash says the TV show was pretty good. I got no idea about a TV show. It was a Netflix one. Yeah, look, listen up, snowflakes. Look, I do think that sometimes, especially this generation, they have grown up with amazing special effects. So anything that we looked at thinking, fucking hell, that was scary or well worth watching, I do find that younger people are that thrown by the graphics they can't focus on the story. And sadly, most of them are on their phones during movies anyhow. And I know that sounds terrible, but it is the truth. You guys are on your phones a lot. My generation, I'm nearly 50. I'm not on my phone a lot during a movie. I want to watch it. And you miss a lot of the things that make a great movie great. It is unfortunate, but I do think in time, younger people will put down their phones a little bit more. It's just there's so much going on in the world at the moment. They feel like they have to be on top of it all the time. So, yeah, that'll be it. If I was going to get a horror movie tattoo, what would it be? That's a great question. Sad Diet Coke. I honestly don't know. I don't know. Ash wants to get some of the classic monsters. I honestly don't know for myself. I'm covered with Lego and toys. That's what the majority of these tattoos are. Star Wars. So, yeah. Sorry, it was Ma, not Mama. I do take that back. Ma was the Blumhouse one. I don't think it was horrific. I think it's a thriller. And it was certainly neat. She did a great job in making me feel uncomfortable. Salem's Lot, okay. I have seen the first Pet Sematary. I own the second. I haven't watched it yet. The remakes, they cater to different crowds of Elm Street. Sorry, Stranger Things, you asked that multiple times. I think the story was weak. There were a couple of good jump scares, and I think as being a part of the Conjuring universe, it was a fair stretch to try to move that particular movie into the franchise. I don't think it was solid. Thoughts on Castle Rock? Loved it. Skull Candy. That thing was fucking awesome. 2 amazing seasons where they pulled it all together beautifully, and then they pulled the pin on it. Like, there hasn't been good Stephen King stuff up until recently. And, yeah, I just was really disappointed. Small Burns, I think that the new It movies are very good. The original Tim Curry Pennywise was magnificent. But the book is that big that I did like the fact that there was a movie for the kid version and then a movie for the adults to come back and fight Pennywise again. So, yeah, look, I think it holds up. And I think that Bill Skarsgård is magnificent. Pet Sematary, it's hokey. If you're a younger person, you may not really enjoy the special effects, but the story is still creepy AF. It holds up even after all these years. Another great one to watch from back in the day would be Christine. Cujo is fucking sad, but it's a good movie. The Birds was classic, and I absolutely was terrified by the swarms as they came down. And let's not forget, of course, Psycho, which is a masterclass of storytelling as well. So if you haven't seen The Birds and Psycho, get those Hitchcock classics. And yes, I did watch Dr. Sleep. I read the book first, though. And Anna, I can tell you right now, the book is shitloads better than the movie. And the sense of the build-up and everything else, it really, really, I loved it. I loved it. I read it really quickly, considering it was a big book. I could not put it down. The movie was good. The book was great. Best horror movie of all time? No idea. I did like Rose Red as well. There is, just that one scene that is pretty scary. Cujo just broke my heart. I freaking loved dogs, and it made me sad just to see this dog going from being such a beautiful, loving creature to being a savaging menace that ultimately needs to be put down. It's really sad. Don't Look Now. I cannot remember what it was, but we've seen it. Don't Look Now.
Oh, yeah.
Ash is muttering, which means he either knows or he doesn't.
I do know.
And it was about 5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, no, we haven't. We haven't.
Okay, no, we haven't apparently.
It's old, like a really old.
Yeah, look, The Conjuring is awesome. I will say that. But yeah, it's just one of those things, I guess. I don't get scared that easily anymore. And it is just basically good fun to watch, something that's meant to be scary. The stuff based on true events is fascinating. And that is why I think I'm turning for me. And you guys may have different opinions. And I respect that. But I believe in things that go bump in the night. And I do like watching some of the YouTube paranormal channels. Some of them are utter bullshit. But there is one that I would encourage you to watch, and it's called Paranormal Nightmare TV. And it's about three brothers. Their last name is the Foreman brothers, which is weird because there is three of them and they're Foreman, but spelt as in four. But basically, that show I love because they're going around the place trying to help people. There's none of this, fucking jumping up and screaming as shit levitates. They're very down to earth, and it's like, something batshit may have happened, and the guy will just go, I think that just happened, and they then investigate it. I think it's very well done. It's done at a very slow pace. They're not using too much technology as such, and their hearts are in the right places. So watch Paranormal Nightmare TV on YouTube, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised by it. Also, some good clips to watch, which you probably already knew about, is Nuke's Top 5. There's some good clips on there, though sometimes they can run to, a little bit extreme as well. That's hosted by my friend Jason, so I hope that you enjoy those. Have I watched Dead Silence? I really liked it. It was utterly fucked. The whole principle and the shit scurrying around under the house, it was really, really good. Another one I want you guys to try, it's a Spanish one. You would know it in the Western countries as Contagion. Quarantine, I'm sorry. But the better one is the Spanish one, and it's called Rec, R-E-C. 7 Times with Demi Moore, you're taking me way back, and I cannot recall it. I'm so sorry. It's been a good drink of water since the last time I would have seen that movie. That wasn't water, it's Agrum. I don't even know what it is. Please, Sweps, don't kill me. Oh, grapefruit, tangerine, and orange flavoured drink. Yeah. I haven't seen Eraserhead, believe it or not. And Smallburns, yeah, Rec. Rec is boss. I've heard that Eraserhead is super good. I just haven't seen it. Let's do another trivia question quickly. In fact, I'm glad we're not going through them. This has been a lot of fun just talking. Did I just tell you the answer? Yeah, I probably did. What is the name of the arrogant scientist in The Hollow Man? What is the name of the arrogant scientist in The Hollow Man? Brandon, I will, I promise you. Skull Candy. I know where you're going with that, and you're absolutely correct, but you're not correct. The character name. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4... What is the name of the arrogant scientist in The Hollow Man? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sebastian. So, can I get that in focus? Probably can't. Oh, there we are. Cabin in the Woods, good movie. What else have you guys talking about there? Now, guys, if you're enjoying the chat, please do hit the follow. It bloody fills my ego up. No end, I'll tell you right now. Just trying to think of other movies that were actually disturbing. Thanks, Anna. Appreciate that. Jazzy91, thank you so much. Oh, I appreciate that, Dark Passenger. Thank you so very much. It's hard for me. As in Batman Hush? Or is there another one, Anna?
It's the movie I showed you where she can't hear.
Oh, shit. We haven't watched that yet. The movie Hush, we haven't watched that one yet. I thought you were talking about the one... there is a Batman one that is more of a mystery, but it's actually called Hush as well. Monkalorian, thank you for the follow. Yeah, Brandon, it was Sebastian. And unfortunately, mate, while you were Googling the answer, I held the card up. Are we ready for another question? I think we are, because you're good looking. Who directed the 2015 movie Crimson Peak? I love this director, BTW. He also helped with the movie The Shape of Water. If you spell his name wrong, I will forgive.
What if it's just GDT?
Smallbones, thank you so much. You absolutely got that right. Guillermo del Toro is just amazing. Opinion on Child's Play? Oh, thank you so very much. I grew it myself. That was all part. It's not coloured. It's just naturally coloured. But I just decided, I think almost a year ago, that I wouldn't cut it. Guillermo del Toro. Child's Play, look, I think Chucky is a really cool pop culture icon. I think he's been made out to be a bit more of a joke in recent years. Not you, though, Chucky. Or as someone called you, Chunky. And yes, we do know where they live. We've got their IP address. He stares at you. What level did I unlock that hairstyle at? Level 47. Yeah, the new Chucky is not as convincing. But it's really weird. The special effects are next level, so it's a bit of a tough one there. The movie, not the killer. Yeah, correct. I agree with that. I think so too, the idea of a killer doll, especially when you do look at a lot of these dolls. I think that's why Annabelle does so well. And Annabelle would be another one of those movies that I'd be saying to you guys to watch. We discovered something interesting, though, that the Annabelle series does not play in chronological order. So if you're going to watch them in the proper order, watch Annabelle Creation first, then Annabelle Comes Home, and then you'll be watching them in the correct chronological order. And it's really stupid because Annabelle Creation actually finishes with the start of the first Annabelle. So that is something to really bear in mind, and just to make sure you're getting the most out of them. Recommendations for horror movies to watch. It's such a good question. I see so many of them, and this is not to put you off it or Monkalorian. I would ask you to please go and have a look at some of my movie reviews. A lot of them are horror, and they are on my TikTok, so you don't even have to leave the app. You can just go and have a quick look. I think I love horror from so many different elements. The only stuff I don't like is the gore porn, to be honest with you. I think it's useless. If you want to see a good thriller, if you haven't seen this one before, obviously the very first Saw is a masterclass in storytelling. The rest of them are not as good, but they are absolutely beautiful. Yes, I have seen the one with the boy doll that gets a babysitter. It's Brahms the Boy. And yeah, that one is clever, small buns, sorry. Brahms the Boy is its name, at least in Australia, or otherwise just known as The Boy and The Boy 2. So yeah, they are good movies, and I own them both. I think the twist at the end is pretty neat. I don't want to wreck it for anyone, but that movie is still readily accessible. Thank you so much, Anna, and thank you so much for the gifts, and big kisses and hugs to you. Thank you so much. Monkalorian, one of the most messed up movies I have seen. For me, like I said, I steer away. If it's gore porn, I just won't watch it. Like Human Centipede, I've got no fucking interest in seeing someone get their mouth stitched to someone's asshole. That's not a horror element. It's just for me, guys, it's a sick fuck element. I'm not interested. In terms of the most messed up movie I've seen, wow. In terms of scaring me, it was that White Noise, but I was a lot younger, and I was still scared when I watched horror movies. What's the most messed up movie you've seen?
Messed up as in just wrong.
I don't know. They're just saying what's the most messed up.
Human Centipede 2.
Ash reckons the Human Centipede 2.
They crush a baby under an accelerator.
Okay, so yeah, there's baby crushing in that. See, shit like that, unless it's part of a compelling story, I'm not interested. The Hostel 2 for me. Yeah, I know. I get that. Apparently, I haven't seen them, but apparently the I Spit on Your Grave series is pretty intense. I guess it is a story of revenge, but at the same time, it's like it's gore for gore's sake to see what they could get away with. I don't find that to be artistic, regardless of how good the special effects may be. So, yeah, I don't know. Gore shit for no reason. I don't mind horror gore in its place. Like, I'll watch zombies rip people apart, literally, and be fine with it. I'll watch a supernatural thing where someone gets hurt or something gets hurt, though I still don't like animals getting hurt. But, it's just got to have a reason. That's all.
Oh no, it's the Italian movie Salo or whatever it's called. It's Salo, and it's banned here.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
Ash has seen some movie called Salo. It's an Italian movie. Apparently it's banned here. Is that the one where they're not sure if it was actually a snuff movie?
One of them. It's the one that Cradle based Babylon AD on.
Yep. Husk I have not seen. Oh, yes, I've heard of that one, Ungod.
That's the other.
The Serbian film is reputed to actually be true snuff in it.
That went to court.
Yeah, that one, Ash is saying that one went to court. So I'm basically just being a messenger. There's nothing wrong with that. I know nothing about it.
That's the one that they thought was so real, he had to go to court to show him the actors were still alive because he told them to disappear. So it looked real.
Oh, okay.
It came out, obviously.
The backstory would be interesting. But yeah, apparently that Ash is just saying that movie was so sick that they had to go to court to prove that those actors were still alive afterwards, that they even told them to disappear so it would look as though they were really dead. That's just crazy to me. But it's sort of interesting when you do get that backstory that they've really planned it. Same as like the Blair Witch when it when it happened. I mean, that messed with people's heads for ages, guys. So, the whole idea and the point of view horror movie, I think Blair Witch was really the originator of that, the running around. The other one I liked was Cloverfield. That was good. That was done as point of view, sort of horror sci-fi. That was really neat. So I commend them. And even Cloverfield Lane tied in beautifully with it once you gave it that chance to play through. I think there's a Netflix TV series on it as well. But yeah, Monkalorian, that is right. That's what Ash was saying. He got arrested for alleged murder, but he went to court and proved that they were all alive and were basically willing participants. So that's pretty messed up, but certainly interesting, that's for sure. Let's do another quick question, guys. What is the name of Laurie Strode's daughter in the 2018 movie Halloween? It's an unfortunate name, considering recent times. Well done, Skull Candy, and then Jazzy. Well done. Awesome. I like Jeepers Creepers. I believe I only saw the first one. Yeah, Monkalorian saying 3 was a disappointment. Who plays Marcia Sindel in Misery? Yeah. While you guys are trying to figure that out, because it looks like no one will get it. Now, be honest, did you know that or did you look it up? Oh, really? Okay. I'm seeing if I can... all right. So I keep a list of my movies, and I do them by genre. Thank you, Izzy. I really hope that you do join. Again. Yeah, I know, right? I didn't mind the premise of Brightburn, but I didn't find it that horrific. The idea of Superman gone bad. I thought that it was interesting that it's never been done before. Christine was a banger. I recently watched The Crucifixion. That wasn't too bad. I've done the review for that on TikTok. Dawn of the Dead, of course. The Dead Don't Die is a bit of a whimsical look at zombies, if you don't mind the slow pacing and awkward humour. It's by Jim Jarmusch, and it does follow very much at least the filmmaking talents that you would see in Fargo, the TV series. Very slow, very Midwestern. The Eyes of My Mother was the one I just showed you before. The Final Destinations. The Forest was okay. That was the one that was about the Japanese suicide forest. So that had some sort of sadness in there. And Dead Don't Die is a slow movie. I think a lot of the arty-farty people pretend to really love it. Because I find a lot that woke people like that movie. Ash was reading this too. There's an orphanage where there's like 100, I'm guessing like 100 kids or something. And we've watched I think it was The Woman in Black we watched recently that had an orphanage with kids in it, but there weren't 100. It was during the bombings during World War II. It was an English movie, and yes, we liked it. It wasn't overly scary, but it was still neat. Look, if you guys are still wondering like some starter horror movies, watch Happy Death Day and Happy Death Day to You. Watch Psycho Gorman for a piece of trash that's funny. But yeah, Happy Death Day is a sexy little horror comedy series that I thoroughly enjoyed. Watch Hot Fuzz. Watch Shaun of the Dead.
You may have been talking about the movie actually called The Orphanage.
Oh, you may actually be...
That's an old movie.
But he starts with, I don't like... there's a film I don't know the name of.
Yeah, which could be.
It may actually be The Orphanage. Wrong Turn. I've just bought the new one. I don't believe I've seen the other ones. They always make me think of the series Rest Stop, and the Rest Stop movies. I've only seen the first one, but it was good. Insidious. All of them were decent, and I think that was mainly because of Lynn Shay and the two other guys who have been in the others as well. Killer Sofa, like I mentioned. What else we got here? Ma, yeah. Oh, here's one. I want you guys to try this one because this is a lot of fun and it's very, very well done, despite its name, because it sounds like a foreign film, but it's not. It's called Mimesis. So Mimesis, and I think it's one of the last movies that Sid Haig was in. Simon Pegg does rule. Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Ash put me onto that recently. That was thoroughly enjoyable. The Monster was okay. What else is there? Night Watch and Day Watch. They are Russian vampire and werewolf movies. Friggin' awesome. The number one is way better than number two. The books are way better again. The Outsider was okay. Pet Sematary was okay. Patient Zero was a good one. Parasite, which I don't know, that's got nothing to do with it. Sorry, I've got two Parasite movies in here. One is sort of horror, the other one isn't. For sort of slasher, the Purge series I really enjoyed. I love Peaky Blinders. We're getting away from topic though. A Quiet Place, but yeah, I totally love Peaky Blinders. What else is there here? Saw series. Shed, The Shining. Saint Agatha was ho-hum. But once again, just a nice, cheap and easy horror movie for you there. About this woman who gets sent out to a convent. She's pregnant without a partner. And they just do fucked up things to the pregnant people there. It is good, though. The Tall Man wasn't very good. Us was okay. Another Blumhouse movie. Yeah, The Woman in Black, I liked it. Thought it was good. The Devil's Tower has got Jay from Jay and Silent, or Jason Mewes. It's actually sort of okay. I've not seen The Snowman. I do know of it. Freddy vs. Jason was good fun for a monster slasher movie. I did like that. Another great one for you to get your hands on is Dead Snow. I think The Snowman made me think of that. They're Nazi zombies. You can't go wrong, and they're in the snow. Carrie is a classic. Candyman is a classic. It looks as though the new one is going to be quite good as well. From a House on Willow Street, Devil's Tower was the Jason Mewes one. It's not that good. It's okay. Dead Awake was okay. The Visit was amazing. Sinister, that wasn't bad. Hellfest was okay. Actually, no. Hellfest was really enjoyable. I take that back totally. Make sure you do get onto that. That's a movie that should have been a series and wasn't. I really loved it. It's hard when I'm just looking at a spreadsheet. Basically, the Belko Experiment was good as well. Thoroughly enjoyable. Ouija, Origin of Evil was okay. The first one, not so good. Blood Vessel. Now, that was an Australian-made film about some, I think, Allied soldiers who get stuck on a Nazi ship. And we thought it was going to be trash, and we liked it. So that was really, really surprising. I love the movie Signs as well, JB. That's Ash's movie he can't watch. And he watches everything, and that's a movie he can't watch. What else? Slender Man was fucking terrible. That was a piece of shit, that movie. Come to Daddy is very black in comedy. It's not horrific, but it's still, I wanted to say it because I saw it here. The Disappointments Room was okay. The Dyatlov Pass incident, very slow start, but it was based on a real thing, but then the story gets twisted, so it's very loosely based on. I like a lot of M. Night Shyamalan's movies, to be honest with you, JB. I think he is an amazing storyteller. He had a bit of a bad run. Everyone forgot about him, and I think he's really redeeming himself with some of his more recent stuff. Interesting ones, Between Worlds with Nicolas Cage. Not so much horror, that it does have the supernatural. I'm a massive Nicolas Cage fan, and I just like the creepy element. His wife dies, he comes back and basically possesses the form of a young hottie that he then gets to bang, so go figure. Looking Glass with Nicolas Cage as well. That was a trippy movie. Pieces Oh the Shit. Mandy was a messed up waste of time. The only beautiful thing in it was Nicky Cage's eyeballs. If you want to see messed up, it's not horror, but it is terrible. 8mm was a really good movie. I've got about 50 or 60 Nicolas Cage movies, I'll tell you right now. If you do want to see a good recent Nicky C movie, I would suggest Far Out. It only just came out. The animatronics.
Willy's Wonderland.
Willy's Wonderland. Death of Me was okay. Amityville Harvest was a piece of shit. Monster Hunters was a piece of shit. Not the one with What's-Her-Face from Resident Evil. The one with Tom Berenger that was a piece of crap. Rent-A-Pal. Get it. I haven't seen Strangeland, I'm sorry. Annabelle, I don't mind the Annabelle series. Yes, Aussie horror suggestions. I will put it to you right now. Get the Furies.
The Babadook.
Ash is yelling out the Babadook, but that's one of the more well-known ones. Try the Furies. It's fucking cool. Rent-A-Pal was super good. Awoken was okay. The Call was really disappointing. Lynn Shay's in that one as well. She dies, and these 5 good-looking kids who used to bully her when she was alive may have to make a phone call to her if they want to inherit all of her stuff. What else have we got here? I enjoyed Channel Zero. It was a TV series, a little bit weird. Some of the pacing was a little bit weird as well. Followed was good. What else is here? Yeah, the Channel Zeros were good. Lovely Molly was okay. Once again, I've put Candyman there for some reason. No idea. The first season of True Detective. It's weird. It's a cop show. But basically, I hate Human Centipede. I think it's just a movie for the sake of being sick. There's no redeeming feature. True Detective did have a lot of horrific and supernatural element. Then the rest went back to being true cop shows. But if you want to see a masterclass in acting, you've got Woody Harrelson playing with Matthew McConaughey, and that is well worth watching any day of the week. Black Christmas was fun. The Nightmare was okay. The Haunting of Brian Beckett was a bit ho-hum, but still solid. Invisible Man was more of a thriller because it engaged comedy as opposed to horrific elements. It was technology for the invisible side of it. What We Do in the Shadows is a masterclass in horror comedy. Bride of Chucky is now on Netflix. Okay, we'll be sure to peep that out. I'm actually going to try to find the Chuckies as physical copies though. What else have we got here? Sinister 2, not as good as Sinister 1. Saint Maud, that was okay. I didn't mind that. It's a girl losing the plot. She thinks she's talking to Jesus. Jesus tells her to do all this bad stuff, and she does. But it's not too bad, and the ending is a little bit of a twist as she's clearly losing the plot. I like psychological element to my movies. Poltergeist was a heap of shit, not the original. Freaky was fun. The Dark and the Wicked was super good. That one feels like an Australian movie, but it's actually from Texas. Krampus, I have got it. We have not watched it yet. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. No, I'm just messing with you. The Resort, utter rubbish, but please watch it to see a bad horror movie. I'm watching The Rings again at the moment. Ghostland was really good. The Final Wish wasn't very good. Ouija House was not very good. Behind the Trees was okay. Didn't mind that. That's an Indian horror movie. Alana, we're doing trivia, but I've almost got to wrap up the trivia part of it, and people are just asking about some of the movies, so we're just chatting about movies now. So yes, we're just talking about horror movies. I'm almost done though. Reclusion was okay right up until the end, and it totally fell apart. And Lemon Tree Passage we just watched the other day. That's a good Australian movie as well. Though I do not know why they had to have 3 or 4 of the characters who were Australian put on American accents. That part really sucked. Little Monsters is a cute horror movie that's Australian, though it does have an international ensemble. And I think at the moment, that is it, my friends. So they are some of the horror movies that I've watched. The way I do it is once I've watched them, I highlight them. The others I haven't watched yet, so I'm making my way through them. But that is just the start of things, guys. Thank you so much for making this very first attempt at doing a bit of a live where we chat about horror movies. Be so much fun. I do appreciate each and every one of you. We've still got so many questions to go, and I've got tons of other trivia questions to run through with you. So I really appreciate everything you're doing. Please do follow so you don't miss out. And basically what we're going to be doing next is I'll be back later tonight in about 4 hours, and we have our massive wordscape game. It's a lot of fun. Hundreds of people do get involved with that one, and it's just stupid, crazy fun. But we'll be back, and we'll be talking to you guys a lot more about what has been going on in the world of horror. So my name's Tori. Thank you so much for being my friend on here and to chat. And I look forward to talking to you again soon. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Bye.